Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Oh, baby, did the Devils have a big win tonight? This is Devils After Dark. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal as we're streaming live from the Primetime Radio studios here in beautiful New Jersey at the Bunker, and Scotty's Palacio Estates in Beverly Hills, California. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. Say hello to American Whiskey. We are very happy today. It's a happy Devil Sunday. Scotty, how are you, my friend?
Feeling good on Dano Day here this Sunday, this football Sunday, and Devils hockey afternoon. What a game by the boys. Putting up, I think they actually scored the same amount of career goals that Ken Denico had, actually. I think that was Ken's career mark, was 7,
That's
to tell
funny.
you the truth. So hello to everyone on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, everyone over there at American Whiskey. See our girl Peyton going cowgirl style there for Halloween weekend. Saw some nice costumes throughout the arena today. Saw our friend Beer Baron on the TV screens during the pre-game ceremonies there. He got a little MSG Plus action happening, or MSGSN, whatever the hell it's called now. So I don't know if you spotted him, if you had an eagle eye out there, Let's Go Devils podcast fans. But yeah, the great Beer Baron was there on your TV screens a little earlier.
Yes,
in
he
the
was.
Game. But what a game it was. True to football form, the Devils put up the touchdown and extra point today. Not only a 6-pack of goals, but they got that extra point as well for the 7th big victory over the Columbus Blue Jackets. And let's talk about it. We want to know what you think and what your feedback is. Hit us up on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the subscribe. And once again, yes, just so you know, the subscribe does not cost any money. You are not giving your credit card to Mrs. Wu so she can go out on the Wu anniversary, because it was their anniversary yesterday. Happy late anniversary.
It was very
Mr.
nice.
and Mrs. Wu.
Thank you.
They're not charging their anniversary dinner to your credit card. It's just so you can subscribe, so you save the channel in your YouTube page. So please go ahead and do that, and welcome to this edition of Devils After Dark exclusively on the Let's Go Devils podcast network. So let's talk about this. Same lineup as the other day. Little bit surprised didn't see Alexander Holtz get back in there. Lindy, please, for the love of all things Aussie, put Holtz back in the lineup. Jesper Boquist was noticeably not there today. He didn't really have a strong game. Can't really say that he stood out again. Holtz,
and it was his birthday too. It was his birthday,
all right.
and he had no energy on his birthday.
He had no energy. He must have been hungover from the Halloween party. Okay, so I'll give it there. Okay, it was Boquist's birthday. I didn't know that. All right, there you go. So maybe that's why he's in there. But please, for the love of all things hockey, get Alexander Holtz back in the lineup. All right. Blue Jackets in town. Was there something going on with that Johnny Gaudreau guy in the Devils over the summer? I don't know, because I heard a lot of boos every time he touched the puck, and rightfully so.
Because
How's
he
it going in
ghosted us.
Columbus, Johnny? Yeah, real fun over there, huh? Don't
Yeah.
want to go to a winning team. Yeah, all right. Well, you enjoy all your millions of dollars and losses. L's racking up there.
Yep.
We'll keep piling on the W's with our boys, the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Vanacek back in goal after pitching the shutout against the powerhouse Colorado Avalanche in the last game. And what a night for Mr. Devil. Ken Danico, as what? We had three Devils defensemen get on the scoreboard today, goal-wise, right? Siegs, Marino, and Gravy Train, that's right. Woo! We got a lot to go to. So let's get into it. Got to give a big shout. Once again, I'm not afraid to call myself out. Earlier in the year in preseason, I said Miles Wood should be on that third line over there. What's up, everybody in American Whiskey? Woo!
Starting to pile in. Starting to
There
pile
we
in.
go. The wins, the W's starting to pile in for the celebratory drinks over there. Tip your bartenders. But the game started out real nice. Siegenthaler, little foreshadowing, a nice shot coming up the wing there earlier in the first period. And then the BMW line, who I was saying, I thought Miles Wood should have been on that third line, but it has become more than crystal clear that BMW line down there on the fourth is a powerhouse because, again, they were a dominant force and they were pinning the Blue Jackets into the zone all game long. Really good stretch there in the first period where the Blue Jackets were trying to get a couple clears and they were able to keep it in the zone. Those long shifts for the defensemen usually turn into scoring opportunities for the team who is in the offensive zone. And they did a really good job, BMW line, of getting in there. And by the way, nice little stat here from Bill, Don't Call Me Captain, Spalding. Again, House of a Thousand Corpses joke for Halloween. Nico Hischier, 16 for 17 against the Colorado Avalanche in faceoffs. And boy, did he continue that trend tonight. Dominant, once again, him and Eric Halla in the faceoff circle. Devils power play. I think Jack Hughes, I don't know who it was on the Blue Jackets, but I think they took a Jack Hughes rocket of a shot right to the nuts. Ooh, cup check. Hope he had that one on on a power play there early in the first period. Devils were dominating. Puck chances all over the place. Vanacek made some really huge saves because the Devils, we'll get to our Slayer shout a little later, but the Devils, they outshot the Blue Jackets 20-5 in the first period. And it was late in the period, right after Vanacek made a big save, and then the puck was just kind of laying there in the crease, and Dougie boy comes along to clear it away. So it was a nice little tag team action, much like the previous game. Who was it? I think it was Marino, actually, where Vanacek made a big save, and there was a rebound left out there because he was sprawling, and Marino cleared it away. So using some tag team action over there, always like seeing that. And right after that big save from Vanacek and the clear from Dougie Hamilton, Fabian Zetterlund, the man who loves to fire shots on goal, finally got one to go in over there. Big play, really created by the captain, my captain, Nico Hischier, coming through the neutral zone and creates a turnover there and was able to get the puck in the zone. Zetterlund, who is just a shot monster. I mean, he's just whipping them on net, and you love to see that from the young kids. It may not go in all the time, but they're getting to the net and they're creating those high dangerous opportunities right in the slot for the Devils to crash in. But Zetterlund gets 2 shots off on net. Nico then is able to get the rebound and go behind the goal, come out the opposite side. He finds Zetterlund there in the slot for the big slapper that goes off the goalie pad. Who is it again? Who was in net for the it was Merlitsky, right?
Yep.
Or Merlitsky. Yeah, right? Is that
it doesn't matter. He sucks.
I'm sorry. Merzlikins. That's what it was. Okay.
Something like
that.
that.
I want to make sure I say it right. I was going with the Bill Spalding pronunciation for Francois last time, even though I knew it was probably.
Hey, I got to interrupt you. Tony P wants me to do a pipsqueak voice for Johnny Hockey.
Well, that's Dawson Mercer.
That's Dawson Mercer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dawson Mercer.
Johnny Hockey can buy alcohol.
Yeah, he could buy alcohol right now. So, but Fabian Zetterlund at 17:10 of the first. Nice slapper, like we said, off the leg pad of Merzlikins and into the net. And he had the nice celly afterwards as well. Missed those old school hockey cellies all over the place. Remember Teemu Solani riding his stick all the way down the ice?
Yeah.
Let's get some of those back in the game. I don't mind them very much. Hell, if you're allowed to toss your bat and do everything for their home run trots now, why not bring the cellies back to hockey? More hardcore cellies. I'm all about that. Zetterlund was pumped. His first of the year. Nico Hischier, his 5th assists on the season. By the way, by the end of this game, Nico Hischier is back up to a point-a-game average, which we want to see from this awesome 200-foot player over here who can play offense, defense, power play, penalty kill. Doesn't matter. All situations is for Nico Hischier. And that first period was an onslaught, a complete onslaught that could have been a lot worse. Merzlikins actually stood on his head for a good point.
He actually did.
The
You got to give him
Devils,
credit.
yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a couple that he probably wants back, out of the all 7. But, man, did he make some really, really big saves. Because this game, the Devils probably could have easily broke double digits. We'll get to their shot total by the end. But 20-5, they outshoot the Blue Jackets in the first period. I just have this written down here. Onslaught. That's what it was. It was a pure onslaught of offense and puck possession for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. Just really forechecking like bad boys out there and keeping the puck in the zone and really making the Blue Jackets work, who we know they're not the best team. They're not the best team. But, hey, this is how you need to play against those lower quality teams. You need to go out and dominate. Give yourself some confidence, especially coming off this big win against the mighty Colorado Avalanche, 1-0. There is the opportunity where it could be a little let down going into this game. The Devils did not let that happen. They had the pedal to the metal for the entire time. So going into the second period now, the Devils, by the way, not only are they moving up the ranks in their power play, the penalty kill is third or fourth, I think, in the league. But their shots against that they allow, average per game is only 21.8. That's 5 below the second place team in the league. Think about that. From all of our defensive woes in the past couple of years, Ryan McGill. Can we get like the angel theme every time we say like Ryan McGill's name, because he has been an absolute wonder to go along with someone we're going to talk about a little bit more later on. John, don't call me Dan, isotoner gloves, laces out, Marino. Okay, but in the second period here, it gets going with the captain once again, 3:22 into it. Nico, end-to-end, kind of zigging and zagging and weaving his way up there. He gets on the far outside wing, able to beat the defender. I can't remember who it was from the Blue Jackets, but he let a wrister fly. And this is one that maybe Merzlikins, I can't keep forgetting his name. Oh,
just call him Elvis. Just call him Elvis.
I should just call him Elvis.
Elvis.
Merzlikins. I want to say his damn name right. Elvis. Old Elvis left the building quite early in this one, but it fooled Elvis, and I think that is one of the 7 he would definitely want back there. Wasn't the strongest shot from Nico Hischier, but he let it fly, and it fooled the goaltender. And sometimes, hey, when the puck luck is happening, you gotta roll with it. You're not in charge, and you're not responsible for stopping the shots. That's the other goaltender. You're just responsible for getting them on net. However they go in, baby. And Nico Hischier end-to-end with that puck coming up that far outside wing. Like he was on the outside part of the circle, the face-off circle, when he let that go. Real deep, bad angle. Like we said, one that old Elvis probably wants back, but guess what? He can't get it because it's in the net, baby. Nico Hischier, his 4th goal of the season. Now going with his 5th assist as well. And yes, that puts him at a point per game. And oh, by the way, he missed a game. So Nico's doing even better. That's 9 points in 8 games for him.
Wow.
So there's your captain starting to put up the numbers. You already know about the face-off wins. You already know about the hustle. You already know about the penalty kill. Now he's putting up the points as well. When we get Nico across that 70 to 80 point mark, this team is going to be deadly. And speed kills. And the Devils were using it today. Pop quiz, hot shot. What kills slow hockey teams? Speed. And the Devils got it. And they were using it because they were all over the place. And then we got to give a shout to our boy, Little Fire Boy over here, who sent us the nice Aussie ideas there. We got Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt kind of bunched up on the right-hand side of the ice, and the Blue Jackets defense kind of collapses over, leaving the far wing open once again for, yes, for the first time on Dano Day, a defenseman getting involved on the score sheet. Woo! Going off the rails on the gravy train. Going off the rails on a gravy train. Wow. What a powerful slap shot blast. Like
great.
we said, Hughes and Bratt were kind of jumbled up there on the right-hand side of the ice on the boards. Bratt's able to see Ryan Graves moving up the wing, like we said, wide open. Nobody from the Blue Jackets was over there. Okay. Yeah. And he just wound up and he let that bad boy fly. And Elvis got a little piece of it with his glove. But I tell you what, I think if he got all of it, I think that puck might have went right through the netting of his glove because there was so much power in that shot there from Ryan Graves. He got all of it. All of it. I really do. You know what? We're just going to say that. He shot the puck through Elvis's glove. All right? That's what we're going to say. He shot through his glove. That's how much force he had on that shot today. Man, was that a rocket. That was a rocket, Sam Wu. And you could see there, the Devils just really, really dominating. That was only about 30 seconds after Nico Hischier there.
No, 33 seconds. 33 seconds.
Oh, that's right. Great stat by Sam Wu.
No. Mrs. Wu with the statistician report.
Oh, that was Mrs. Wu. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a messenger. All
right, good for Mrs. Wu. Coming through there with the stat. All right, I like it. Yep. 33 seconds for number 33, Ryan Graves. He gets his first of the season. That's Jesper Bratt's 11th assist on the season. Jack Hughes is fourth. Jackie Boy getting up there to about a point per game as well, which we like to see. Like I said, don't worry about Jack Hughes. He's going to be fine. Once it all snaps into gear, he's going to be just fine, and it is starting to snap into gear. But Bratt continues his point streak now. He has scored in every single game the New Jersey Hockey Devils have played, and he's going to get on the scoreboard again a little later on in this one. But his 11th assist, Hughes is fourth, Graves his first. Big old monster shot there from Ryan Graves. And like we said, we're just going to say it went through the goalie's glove. Off the rails on the gravy train right there. So great feeling around this game and the crowd. You can sense the electricity and how everyone was pumped. It was a big turnout today, which we always like to see. Devils up 3-0. And then a few minutes later, the Blue Jackets did get on the board. Yep. Chikinikov. I hope I'm saying that one right, too. That's another doozy of a name. The Devils got bunched up in the zone, and, man, was this a nice pass across Chikinikov. Or can we call him Chinham?
Just call him whatever. The
Chinnikov?
Yeah.
In the Chinham? Got him in the Chinham?
Yep.
This was actually a really good shot over the leg. Was it under the blocker or under the glove? I can't remember. It was just a perfectly placed shot there, far back on the opposite side. He was fading this way. You get Vanacek leading that way, and then the shot goes back to the opposite side. I think it was in between the blocker and the leg, if I'm not mistaken, which was it was a nasty shot. That one, I don't know. You can't really. That was just a wicked shot. I don't know if you could really fault Vanacek on that one. Sure, you want to see your goalie get all of them, but that was a doozy of a shot. Like I said, he got him leaning a little bit one way and then was able to make the shot back on the opposite side, far side of the net for the goal. Devils now up 3-1. And, you're starting to say, like, okay, all right, let's see how this goes.
I was starting to get nervous.
Are the Blue Jackets going to start putting on a push? Are they really start going to forward? Is Johnny Hockey all of a sudden going to come out and make himself known? And are the Devils going to go into a hole? Are they going to start giving up goals or something like that? We all know it's the second period. We've all seen the second period, but this season, it's been a little bit of a different story. We've seen it maybe once, but we've also seen the second period now go the opposite direction. Okay? John Marino took a penalty there. But actually, and Dano was pointing him out, he did a great job actually shielding the puck and working working it along the boards against two Blue Jacket forwards. And,
Oh, did you hear what Dano said on the broadcast?
What did he say?
I swear to you, Scotty, and we tweeted this out just on our Twitter account. Yeah. He said beef. I see Marino's beef a little bit. Ken Danica on Dano Day. Yep.
Oh, yeah. The beefalytics on John Marino are going up and up and up. I got to tell you that. I think Bastian is still number one in our beefalytics countdown.
Fabian Zetterlund catching up as well.
Fabian Zetterlund is catching up. That's right. But yeah, that penalty kill has been amazing. The face-off wins for Nico and Halla have been just clutch. Nathan Bastian actually on that penalty kill almost got Eric Halla up the middle there for a nice breakaway, but it was just out of his reach. Blue Jackets ended up getting no shots on goal during that power play.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You like
Brendan
defense.
Smith also. Oh, love it. And Brendan Smith, another great example where Nyquist got behind the defense there. And Brendan Smith, older guy, not really known for having those wheels. And boy, did he turn it on and catch back up with Nyquist. And him and Siegenthaler ended up, kind of tag teaming him because Siegenthaler caught up at the end there. But it was really Brendan Smith who chugged and got in front of Nyquist to be able to slow him down and make that play. Really, really solid defensively. Bastian again in front of the net. Created a big scrum, going for a loose puck. Old Elvis didn't like it so much. It kind of rattled his sideburns there a little bit, and there was a big scrum to get the Devils to a 4-on-4 situation late in the period. And right then and there, Nico Hischier, he was forechecking. And his forecheck was so hard today that it made the Columbus Blue Jackets make a very, very risky pass. And I think actually we need to go back to our Let's Go Devils podcast studios for a quick game update here with Sam Wu for this instant replay.
This is the Let's Go Devils podcast game update, brought to you by betstamp.app. Give your Devils the bet stamp of approval. Devils, Blue Jackets, in Newark, New Jersey. We're in Brick City. 30 degrees, blue skies, and a beautiful autumn day. Blue Jackets from their own 25-yard line. Andrew Peak drops back to pass. He throws to the sideline. It's intercepted by Marino. Marino down the sideline to the 40, to the 30, 20, 10. Pick six. John Marino is in the end zone with the Devils touchdown. This pick $6 million replay, Devils touchdown, is brought to you by New Jersey Lottery. Anything can happen to you in Jersey as the Devils have a 4-1 lead over the Blue Jackets. All you Devils fans and American whiskey, I want to know, are you ready, New Jersey? Woo!
Woo! Wow, I didn't know we were sponsored by New Jersey Lottery as well. That's amazing news right there, Sam Wu.
That's just the audition demo. They don't sponsor us, but they should because we are a New Jersey Devils fan podcast.
Oh, too good. Pick six for John. Don't call me Dan. Isotoner gloves, laces out Marino. And what a hell of a football call right there by Sam Wu. Of course, brought to you by betstamp.app. And yes, you versus Wu is coming up a little today in the show. But
by the way, I got to interrupt. Mrs. Wu, our resident statistician, says that Erica Wachter said the Devils had a touchdown today. I swear to you.
Okay.
Erica Wachter follows our podcast on Twitter. You can look it up. I think we got the MSG crew on the football calls. I think they're taking notes. I think they're all taking notes. Yeah.
Well, it was a pick six by John Marino today, intercepting that pass, but really got to tell you the truth, it was Nico Heischer and his forechecking that made that happen. Being a beast on the walls and on the boards, playing hard there, it forced the Blue Jackets into that risky pass where John was able to just step right in front, intercept, move in, and old Elvis got a piece of it, and the puck just kind of like fluttered right over his glove and into the net. Marino, his first of the season, and it's unassisted, although we probably should give an assist to Nico Heischer, even though he technically didn't touch the puck, before the Blue Jackets made that errant pass.
Just give it to him. He put the pressure on.
Just give it to him anyway.
Yeah, he almost had the sack. Nico Heischer almost had that sack.
He almost had the sack. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go.
He pressured Andrew Peeke into an errant pass on the sideline, and there was John Marino just watching that puck and interception, and then he just took it all the way in and passed Elvis, and then pick six. It was amazing. Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah,
it really was, and that's another defenseman on Dano Day scoring a goal. Did Dano ever have 3 goals in a season? Because they had 3 defensive goals in this game. I think 7 is his career total, so, I think that's what they matched it today.
I'll ask Mrs. Wu, the statistician.
Ask Mrs. Wu,
yeah,
the greatest statistician in the world.
Yes,
ask Mrs. Wu.
She's got the fun facts.
But what a way to end the second period. That's at 19:38 of the second. Devils moving into the third, and it was another defenseman. While on the power play, the Devils were firing pucks left and right. Nico Heischer had a couple chances in front of the net. Jack Hughes missed a couple shots. I think it was Dougie who kind of fanned, or maybe it was Graves. I can't remember. They kind of fanned on a big slapper opportunity. The Devils were just moving the puck so well today. The passes were crisp. They were on the tape. They were going. They were on fire. And eventually, there's a it was Eric Halla, actually. It was on the power play 2 unit. Halla has a nice kind of fake shot pass to Dawson Mercer, who's in the slot. Dawson then kind of gets his stick on it, puts it on net, and Siegenthaler comes up that far wing that was wide open once again. The BJs were just leaving that open all day long, and the Devils were taking advantage of it. He was able to come in there, clean up the rebound, and put it home for his first of the season. That's Mercer's second assist, Halla's third. At 3:46 of the third period, Devils up 5-1. It's a power play goal, Sam Wu. And the crowd is going crazy because the Devils put up 5 here, and you were feeling good on this afternoon. But no, the boys are not done yet. They are not done yet because about 9 minutes later, Jesper Bratt says, hey, you know what? I got a lot of assists. I want to start getting a lot of goals too. Hey, Jack Hughes, why don't you pass me the puck every now and then?
I'm looking for a long-term deal.
I'm looking for a long-term deal. Yeah, pass me the puck. I'm looking for a nice long-term deal. So to go along with his 11 assists already, Jesper Bratt, in almost a copy of, I think, 2 games ago against the Red Wings, comes up, is able to make that cross-seam pass right through the center of the ice, and there is Jesper Bratt just waiting down on one knee for the big blast, puts it home for his 4th of the year. That's 15 points in 9 games for Mr. Jesper Bratt. He's betting on Bratt, and oh, baby, is he winning big right now. He is looking good out there. Thomas Tatar actually got a point. Oh, what do you know? My good friend Thomas Tatar over there. Oh, boy. Still not enough to convince Scotty that he should be up on the top line over there. Where is Alexander Holtz? But either way, Jesper Bratt gets his 4th of the year. Hughes' 5th assist. So now he's got 9 points in 9 games. And Tatar gets his 2nd assist, 6-1. They put up the 6-pack at 12:47 of the third. And then 2 minutes later, pop quiz hot shot, like we said. What kills? Speed kills. All right? Miles Wood gets the pass from Nathan Bastian, working hard yet again in this game, causing havoc in front of the net, getting into scrums, throwing some hits, pissing the other team off. much like our old friend Clarky used to do quite often.
Yep.
Bastion's kind of moving into that role. There's not as many fights in the games these days, but whatever. That's another thing, too. In a 7-1 shellacking, you thought this would have turned into like a fight fest in the third period. You know, like 5-6 years ago, man, the gloves would have been dropping left and right in this game. But either way, Wood is able to use his speed and his reach, being able to beat the Columbus Blue Jackets defender with one hand, poking the puck forward, and he's able to beat him to it and move around and put a backhand on Elvis to put the Devils up for the touchdown. 7-1 at 14:47 of the third. Miles Wood, his second. Bastion, his first assist. McLeod, his third. And we all know Beer Baron had to call out Mikey McLeod last week on the Big Show, the Let's Go Devils podcast. You know that's his man crush. And obviously, Mikey McLeod's feelings were hurt. He was very sad. He was very upset. He does not want to, disappoint. Yep. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That's what Bear Baron said. And Mikey McLeod obviously doesn't want to disappoint his man crush. Yeah. And since then, he's put up three assists this week.
Also,
so we got to tell Beer Baron to continue being upset with Mikey McLeod so he continues to produce. Obviously, he's got to do this all season long now. But Mikey McLeod gets his third assist. Devils up 7-1. Close the game out. Heischer, Marino, Zetterlund get the 3-star shots on goal for the Devils. 20, 11, 22 for a total of 53. It's time for a little Slayer. Raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. 53 shots on goal. And by the way, I think Bill, don't call me Captain, Spaulding said something where the Devils had about 80-some shot attempts throughout this game. Woo!
Talk about pressure. This is Lindy hockey. This is Lindy hockey right now.
When we said Merzlikins had a good game, even though he let up 7, he had a good game, even though he let up 7.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse for Columbus.
Seriously, the Devils could have broke double digits today. They really could have. They had enough quality opportunities where they could have broken double digits. And true to form, like we were talking about a little earlier in the show here, Devils averaged 21.8 shots against, and they let up 21 today. 5-7-9 for a total of 21. Winning the faceoffs again, 55.4% to 44.6. They were 1 for 3 on the power play. Didn't give up a shorthanded goal. We always like seeing that. Still getting out hit by a significant number, 27-13. The Blue Jackets had 21 blocks. Oh, we got some dance action going on now at the bar over there. Okay.
Yeah,
so we know the drinks are flying over there. All right, we're having a good time at American Whiskey on this Halloween weekend. 21 blocks for the Blue Jackets, only 12 for the Devils. Like seeing this, only 2 giveaways, 7 takeaways for the boys. Just an unbelievable game. The way to play against one of those second-tier teams is to go out there and dominate. Don't let Johnny Hockey, don't let Jenner get going. He had some nice hits and stuff like that, but you didn't let their few big guys get going. You just kept peppering and peppering and peppering that goalie, and you kept the puck in the offensive zone. You the possession, the forechecking. They were just animals. It was like they were the werewolves of Newark right now instead of the werewolves of London. Okay, they were the werewolves of Newark. That's a little Warren Zevon action. You know that song there, Sam? Where you got that? Okay, all right, you got that. There we go. The werewolves of Newark, of the Rock, because they were just hounding everyone all game long, dominating. What did I say? Oh yeah, that's what I had written down. Wait, it's right here. Underlined with exclamation onslaught of New Jersey Hockey Devils just coming at the Blue Jackets nonstop. Touchdown for Football Sunday. 7-1. What a game. We want to know what you think about it. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch. Everyone over there at American Whiskey, tip your bartender. Say hello to Peyton for us. Hopefully you got a nice costume on. Maybe she'll give you a little something extra in that drink if you got a cool costume going on or a Devils jersey. But let's now check in with the smartest and best dressed podcast producer. What shirt you got on today? Is that the Lion King? Oh boy,
Lion King.
the Lion King.
The Lion King.
Never know what Sam was going to show up day in, day out. I got Black Sabbath on. I had my Tommy Boy Callahan auto parts on yesterday. I got Black Sabbath on today.
Oh, okay.
For the Sunday Sabbath, Black Sabbath, Nativity in Black style, which they used to play before. Do they still play that when they come out? I don't know. They do Highway to Hell and everything else. Either way, it doesn't matter. Sam Wu, what did you think of this game today? This big Devils victory?
Well, they showed up, Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest worry was those 3 losses
Afternoon
that they
game.
had. Yeah, 3 losses that they had, Halloween partying, how they would respond on Dano Day. They did exactly what they needed to do. Was 100% effort, like Ken Danico, how he played. The defense got involved offensively, which, is that was an onslaught. That was like a blitzkrieg, and they just kept coming, wave after wave after wave after wave, and Elvis, the goalie for the Blue Jackets, stood on his head, but it was just too much. They overpowered him. They literally overpowered him, and it's not to his fault. He actually played a very good game. Yeah. And, what happened tonight should happen every night from the New Jersey Devils. You show up, everybody show up, you do your job, and you don't take a shift off. That second period, when it was 3-1, Scotty, I thought to myself, okay, there is a little bit opening for the Blue Jackets because the next goal is really going to win it here.
Yeah.
But it was the John Marino pick 6 interception, taking all the way down to the net, scoring unassisted. That was going for the jugular. And we talked about finishing games, finish them. And guys like Marino, even Siegenthaler got on the scoreboard as well. Again, the 2 defensive defensemen on the team. But I think John Marino has an offensive upside, much better than Siegenthaler. Getting on the score sheet, having an impact. You watch Marino. I mean, he had that one penalty. I didn't quite agree. I thought it was a little weak, to be honest with you. And even the Nathan Bastian thing in front of the goalie. I mean, it was, they zeroed that out with, I think, a roughing call with Columbus Blue Jackets goalie. It was overall a good game. What you want before you go to Vancouver. Vancouver's struggling this season. I think right now the Devils are running on all cylinders, and that's a good thing. Jesper Bratt extends his point streak. He has a point in every game so far, win or lose, and that's great to see. And he's getting on the score sheet every single time. Jack Hughes looks comfortable. That power play, they're moving the puck. They're getting the puck inside that high danger area. Yep.
With Bastian in front of the net now, that's like a whole different power play. With Nico healthy, Bratt, Hughes, Dougie on the point. Whew, nasty.
You know what? Bastian doesn't just stand there, guys. Bastian he brings the chaos in front of the net. He doesn't have to be physical, but he makes the goaltender have to move. And once the goaltender has to move, he has to watch Jack Hughes or Jesper Bratt, and he's got to watch Dougie Hamilton. It's a huge distraction, which is, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to keep Nathan Bastian on the team, because he is a second-round pick, and he's got size, and he has a knack of doing the little things right in the corners and being physical. And it's just so cool to see. Finally, Scotty, we've been doing Devils After Dark for a while now. Now, I'm not going to say that the Devils are a team to beat. I'm reserving judgment on Lindy Ruff and the Devils by All-Star game. But right now, you're seeing all the pieces finally being put together. And what's different about this team than last year is they're playing a full 60 minutes. They've actually have a bunch of games together, playing a full 60 minutes with the exception of what happened to them with the Washington Capitals, but they got back. And with Palat injured right now, we'll find out more tomorrow. I think Palat did just enough early on to show this team how to do it.
Game.
In the Anaheim game.
The F up, guys.
Yeah. But I did not
After that first period.
But I did not think that the young nucleus can carry this team after Palat went down a couple games ago. Let's see what they do on the West Coast. Let's see how they react against Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. Those are some – Edmonton's going to be a tough game. Let's see how these young kids do on Canadian ice and play that fast game and the onslaught, the swarm, just peppering them. I'm telling you, when you take care of the puck and you put shots on net, that's great defense because they can't – they're just too busy trying to withstand your pressure, and the Devils just can't let up right now. Zetterlund getting on the board as well. His beefalitics. I mean, he had that sweet, I think he stole the puck, sweet pass, before. I forgot who, was it Tatar? I forgot who he had it to. But
I think it was Nico, actually.
Nico, yeah, that's right. And just, it was a very, very good game, very positive to close out the month. But now it's a new month, and let's see how they react.
And it's going to be a good challenge for them to go out to Western Canada because Vancouver, even though they've struggled holding on to games, they haven't played terribly. It's just for some reason, they couldn't hold those leads, but they had double-digit leads in every single one of those games. And now they're starting to win some games, and they're starting to play a little better. And we've talked about it many times on this show and on the Woo Report and the big show on Sunday nights. The Devils' speed is unreal. Well, they're going to finally meet the team that can really match them in the speed column with the Edmonton Oilers. And so that's always, it's our advantage because we're faster than almost every other team probably except the Oilers in the league.
Yeah.
So when you have that, you take advantage of it. But now our advantage is actually going to get thrown in our face. So we're going to see how well the boys respond to that. I'm really, really – listen, anytime McDavid's playing, it's going to be an exciting game.
I like to see Marino against McDavid.
I was just going to say that. I just
can't wait to see it.
I'd love to see how Marino holds up against him. It's going to be a great, great challenge for the boys. I'm very, very excited about that game. The Edmonton – but besides the whole McDavid factor, that's always – primetime TV watching, but just a team that can actually match the Devils in speed. Whoo, man, that's gonna be fire. That game, you're gonna blink an eye and it's gonna be the third period. You're gonna be like, what happened? There was no stoppages in play for 40 minutes straight. Been loving that actually too. There's been a lot less. I don't know what it is, but the Devils these games have been moving. It hasn't just been stoppage after stoppage after stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. Man, they've just been moving and creating.
Well, they're playing
that
better.
Puck possession.
They're playing better in the neutral zone as well. There's no.
Yep.
It's not a mistake it's not a fluke that John Marino was hanging around and just took advantage of that mistake. It was a bad pass. And it went in his favor when he went one-on-one. Basically took the puck down and got it past the goaltender. And did you see that stoppage where Elvis was tired and they had to take a break because he was just winded with the amount of shots that they were putting on net? If Spalding's correct, 80 attempts. That's more than one attempt a minute of playing time. It's 60 minutes. That's just incredible. He just didn't have time to relax really at all.
Yeah. Well, let's see what you guys are thinking here on YouTube Live. We see our good friend Ramona. She's 60 minutes. They played at 60 minutes, and defense was doing some NFZ action over there. Bachigaloop. That Zetterlund goal was nasty. It was.
He says I got a soprano mafia voice.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of losing your voice over there.
When you do these Marino calls, I'm telling you.
To be the best, you gotta beat the worst too. That's very, very true. Oh my goodness, over there. Codex, what is this? Codex 100. Time for the see. I told you, trust the process. Be patient, buddy. Be patient, okay? Nico was the best player on the ice today. Dave Singer over there, 52. I think it was 53 actually, on old Elvis there. Az. John Heaton, a great game. Little Fireboy, yeah, old gravy train. There's Suki, doesn't like old Johnny Hockey. Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, Dave Singer. Smith had a great game. Brendan Smith.
Yeah.
That play against Nyquist coming back there to stop that. Because I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. When was that in the game? I know I actually had it written down here in my notes somewhere. That was when it was, I think it was 3-1. Or was it 4? I think it was 3-1 still. And so it was right after they killed that power play for the Blue Jackets and didn't give up a shot on goal. And then Marino scored right after that, actually. So it was still 3-1 at that point. If Brendan Smith doesn't get back and make that play, and Nyquist gets in there on a breakaway attempt, 3-2 is a different game than 4-1. Completely different game. You know, especially in the third period. A 4-1 lead in the third period, other team is going to probably start to pack it in, especially if they're a bottom feeder team that isn't really good. They're going to start like, well, let's move on to the next one. We got to go to Finland. Damn it. That's going to be a long plane ride. Man, Helsinki's far away. But if it's 3-2, then you got a different story over there. Then maybe the momentum swings back to the Blue Jackets and they start just throwing everything they got at the Devils, you know, in that third period, which of course can lead to odd man rushes for us. But still, that play by Brendan Smith was a huge, huge defensive play to keep the Devils in there. Isotoner gloves for everybody.
I'll tell you what, if John Marino ever scores a hat trick, we got to throw isotoner gloves out on the ice.
We got to get some isotoners.
Throw a football.
When we do like a big, like we got to like do that thing like the 7 Army does for the Mets games. We got to like get like a section of people and we'll all wear isotoner gloves like the whole game, you know, and we'll like, because when you clap in gloves, they sound a little different. So we'll all get isotoners for everybody. Slayer rating punks. That's right, John Heaton. Blue collar, total team effort. The Devils should have played the Patriots today instead. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to be heading out to Western Canada. Luke Saki tells me that Quinn Hughes will be playing.
I'll tell you what, doing Devils After Dark with those type of games, oh,
look at this. RME was actually behind the bench and was yelling for an extra point for Miles Wood when he got that 7th goal. All right. Very nice.
Wow.
RME. Very cool. Extra point is good. We got to stand up and
True Red.
No, what was it? Oh, Dead Red.
Dead
right?
Red,
So
yeah.
True Blue will do,
Dead Red.
It's Dead Red. Oh, man. Eric Galb here. Growing moment for this team. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Because I know Dano said it on the broadcast. I mentioned it as well. This was prime for a letdown game. You know, you have a team that you should beat, you know, coming into town. And you're just coming off an incredible victory, which was very, very hard-fought victory, obviously. Defending Stanley Cup champion, Colorado Avalanche, 1-0, nail-biter, really, really, you know, struggling to pull that out. Almost gave up the tying goal there late in the game. It was a huge, huge victory win. This was primed for your letdown game right after.
Yeah.
But there was no letdown at all in this. I mean, they came out like beasts. Like we said, it was an onslaught of New Jersey Hockey Devils in the Blue Jacket zone all game long.
Yeah.
That forecheck was just crushing the puck possession. Those had it like the whole game. Like we said, there was 80-some attempted shots. 53 they got on net. And these weren't like all just outside perimeter shots either. Like we said, this could have very easily been in the 10 and double digits.
It could have been a 14-1 game.
It could have been, dare I say, a Mickey Mouse type game going on.
Could have been.
Elvis stood on his head. He stood on his sideburns for a good portion of this game.
By the way, I got to tell you, somebody that said that I have the Sopranos voice. Well, just in the last 2 minutes, somebody follows us on Twitter, Bada Bing Electric LLC.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bada Bing.
Bada Bing. That's interesting. What else?
We need 2 out of 3 in Canada. I think we could get it there, Geeky Gamer.
I think we need 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3 without Palat in Canada.
It would be nice. It would be nice, but that Edmonton game is going to be tough. As long as we're not sleepwalking through it. I just don't want to see the sleepwalking. That's it. Like the first 2 games. Yeah. Because it's just so reminiscent of the past number of years. If they play hard and they lose, I'm okay with that. Bacha Galoop. I've been watching this team grow from boys to men. Very nice.
I just got a picture from Christopher, who won the tickets from JCB Architectural.
Oh, that's right, Christopher. Now, I know Christopher was having some internet issues within the arena, which should tell you it's a miracle that we actually get some of these connections out to you when we're doing Devils After Dark and Game Day Live.
It really
American
is.
Whiskey. It really is. Christopher couldn't even like text us a picture of him in the seats at the game today because he was having such terrible reception. That should tell you some of the technical struggles that go on there. What's up, Robert? Bachagaloop. That could be he could be like your right hand man. He could be your concierge. You know?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be Soprano Sam, then Bachagaloop could be your concierge.
All right.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
So here's the picture from Christopher, who won the tickets from JCB Architectural. Just getting it right now. He's probably in the car right now.
What a beaut. You know what? I got to say, I have always really, really loved seats on the angle like that.
Yes.
Because you can really get a good, obviously the side you're on will be really good, but you can really actually also see good down the ice as well because you have that sort of slanted angle. Like when you're right behind the goal, it can be a little tricky seeing what's going on, especially behind the net and stuff like that. I remember in the old Meadowlands,
the corner seats were the best at the Meadowlands.
Dude, a couple times I had because one of my dad's friends had season tickets, and he would get, he knew I was a huge fan, so he would give us tickets a couple times a year, and his seats were like right on top of the where the Zamboni would drive out of. So you had it was the first row there. So you had like a rail that you could put your stuff on and everything, but there was literally like nothing in front of you. You were just above like the glass and you were on an angle, dude. Those were like some of the best seats I can remember going to like in my life. Because my season tickets were like behind the goal. They were great, because they were up top so you could look down. And we got to see everything from Marty and all those years and everything like that in the early years, which was fantastic. But I would always sometimes the puck would be behind the net. In those seats, you'd be looking where is it? On that angle shot, man, you get a good view of everything. I love sitting on the angle like that. Thank you, JCB Architectural. Thank you, Christopher, for answering our trivia question correctly the other day and going to the game and being a friend of the show and sending us these pictures. We want to give out more tickets. Hey, there's Christopher. There he is on the old YouTube page. Yeah, I love the seats like that, man. I love that angle. You get a really great view. And you can really follow the game too. I love, honest to God, my favorite seats at the Prudential Center is we would always get the back row in the upper deck.
Yep.
And that way you could stand up and you could really get this view of watching the plays develop and seeing the cycles happen and seeing how the guys peel off and get loose and find themselves open on that wing. Man, that back row in the Prudential Center is amazing. Great view from up there.
Just also want to read what Christopher wrote. He's having a great time so far, all thanks to JCB Architectural for those tickets. And being here on Ukrainian Heritage Day and being of Ukrainian heritage is an added bonus. I even got to say hello to the Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, so that was great. Thanks again. And thank
Very
you,
nice.
JCB Architectural, for supplying tickets where you can win tickets at a random podcast here on the Let's Go Devils network.
I didn't even know that, Christopher. Well, that's a little thing that nicely worked out there then, because it's not like we planned it for Christopher to win those tickets, obviously, and having to be part Ukrainian on Ukrainian night. I didn't even know it was that until I heard it when Dano was saying about that, because he has some Ukrainian heritage as well.
He's very Ukrainian.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, sometimes things just work out even nicer than you expected.
Yep.
So even better. Very, very cool, man. I'm glad that worked out for you, Christopher. I'm glad that you got that trivia question correct. And the next time, we get some tickets from JCB Architectural, which I'm sure will be very soon, we'll be doing trivia questions here on Devils After Dark, or possibly the Woo Report. We'll see how it goes. But now that we're in the season, I don't know, maybe we'll probably do them after, a nice Devils victory or something like that. We'll see how it goes. But there will be more tickets coming for you, and now you get a glimpse of what the view will be if you do win.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. Testimonials.
That's nice.
These are all testimonials.
See, we're not just making it up, and that actually wasn't the tickets that Beer Baron had today.
No.
Oh shoot, Christopher, you didn't get that email? Oh, I don't know what happened. And there's Beer Baron in the stands. Yeah. No. We're not doing that. We want to give back to you, like we said, for all the likes, the follows, the subscribes, and everything like that. The more numbers we can show to people, the more they're going to be willing to give to us.
Oh, absolutely.
So all those things, like we said, subscribe. It's for free. There's no money. This is not Patreon or anything like that. Just on YouTube. It's a different story, okay? So please feel free to do that. We definitely appreciate it. And the more we get, the more we'll be able to give way to you. So thank you again. And we'll have to come up with more trivia questions, of course. I got a slew of them actually in my phone in like my iNotes. So
yeah,
there's all good ones.
Yeah.
But what a game. Thank you. Actually, we didn't even go. Should we go over to Facebook? Because I didn't even go over to Facebook. I'm sorry. I was on.
Nate Milbank. Nate Milbank was he was just a
who's up on the old Facebook over there? Because I was going through YouTube and we started chatting, and I didn't even get to go over to Facebook.
You got a social media hop.
Okay, yeah, I'm hopping. I'm going.
Nate Milbank, happy Devil's Sunday to Mike Rossi, Cody Dow.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Andrew Gilbert, this is a game they lose in seasons past. Exactly. This was primed for the letdown game. Didn't happen today. Captain made sure of it. Goal and assist. John Marino out there again, silent assassin. Not the big sexy name, but man, does he come through. Is he solid playing against the team's top lines. BMW line, calling myself out, saying Miles Wood should be on the third line. Oh, I know so much about hockey. Apparently not, because BMW line crushing it down there in the fourth row.
Yep.
Crushing it. Wyatt. That's right. They needed to play the same way that they played against the Avs, and they did. Tight defense. Nicholas, number 1 in the Metro. Who would have thought that? The beginning of the season. Wyatt appreciates your football call. I agree, Wyatt. I think that was one of the best ever. I think that was our first pick 6 call.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to New Jersey Lottery. Be like, can you sponsor us? We could sell lottery tickets on this podcast like no other.
Oh, man. Guess why? At the back row, you got to go to the back row. Try to go center ice back row. Up in the deck. There's a nice little spot. Well, I mean, I used to work in the city, so I would come from my job right after. So I'd have like my knapsack with me and everything like that. You can put that, your jacket or whatever, right down behind you. You don't have to worry about spilling beer on it or anyone behind you or anything like that. You can stand up the whole game, which is nice. So I used to go with a group of friends all the time, me, Beer Baron, a bunch of our buddies. We used to go to games all the time. So it'd be like 6 or 7 of us. But then you could kind of just stand up and walk around because there's a little bit extra space in the little cement there in that back row. I'm telling you. And, man, can you see that play develop? It is fantastic if you want to watch and see how the plays actually develop out there. I love those back row seats. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd like to sit next to the glass, not as much as the next guy, but I'm just saying, those tickets were cheap as hell back in the day. It'd be like $15.
Oh,
it was nice.
That was great back in the day.
Oh, man, it was fantastic. Be like, yeah, okay, $15. I actually found a Met stub from like years ago. It was like $9 for like up in the upper decks when I was cleaning out my closet a few weeks ago, like around Labor Day. I was like, $9. Woo! But yeah, that's all right. We'll have to move it. We'll have to maybe catch a game together when I'm back in Jersey at some time. That'll be fun. It's a great place to see a game, the Old Rock. But let's move into our score predictions and you versus Woo. Brought to you, of course, by betstamp.app. Follow along all season with Sam Woo and Vinny Parisi from Game Day Live. They're doing their score predictions every day. Now I hear we're putting in some parlays as well. Maybe going a little over-under action, too. So Sam Woo's really getting into it, and he actually won his parlay the other day. So now he's, Mr. Confident. I hear he's taking a surprise trip to Atlantic City. He's suddenly in this big Pokers Club draw, but I want to remind him that in his score predictions, he's got a record of 0-6-2 on the season over here, Sam Woo. So let's get to it right now. Score predictions, again, brought to you by our good friends at betstamp.app. Sam Woo, we'll start with Vinny. What did Vinny have for the game today?
Well, Vinny won some money. He took the over 6.5 goals at minus 110 on DraftKings.
Okay. Very nice.
But he predicted the Devils 5-2 victory.
Woo! Okay, that was close.
I got kind of screwed at the end there, though.
Oh, sure.
Because I predicted a 6-3 victory.
Ooh, very close, Sam Woo.
6-3 victory. But I was in the mindset of like football, like they got a field goal while the Devils had a pick six without an extra point, and I should have given them more credit.
That Miles Wood backhander gotcha. You could almost had another OTL there. So if you don't know, if you're new to the show, we have Wyatt had it at 6-2. That's another close one as well. We've been giving Sam an OTL 1 point if he can get one of the scores correct. He is 0-7-2 on the season over here, so you can see it hasn't been going too well in the bet category for Sam Woo. But now he's getting a little wiser, starting to bet the over and under, if games are going into overtime or not. So he's starting to play those parlays, which is where you can have a lot of fun, as long as you don't have a massive gambling problem. We like to remind you every single time we do this. All right, please gamble responsibly.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it right now, the Devils are in first place, 6-3, 12 points ahead of the Flyers and Carolina Hurricanes. Can you believe this?
Wow.
But they've 9 games played while Philadelphia and Carolina have 8 games played. But still, first place is first place in the standings. And
how many games the Rangers play?
9. They're 4-3-2. They lost 4 in a row.
Yeah.
So and the BJs are in dead last place, 3-7.
They stink.
They're not good.
No, they stink.
10 games played.
Have fun, Johnny Hockey. Lane did nothing today. Nothing. Devils shut him down. Marino's a beast.
Definitely is.
Gravy train, man. Going off the rails on a gravy train.
Oh, this coming over the wire. Beer Baron is embarrassed that he called out Mikey McLeod, and he won't be on today.
No, what did we just say? Damn it, Beer Baron. You have to remain mad at him for the rest of the season, because as soon as you got pissed and you said something, he started scoring points. So no. Tell him no, Sam Woo. Just say no. Bad, Beer Baron. Bad. You must remain mad.
You got to read
the course of the season.
You gotta read the group text.
Oh boy.
Just busting on him. Yep. So this is the third of the quadruple header Sunday on the Let's Go Devils podcast, because we got our 9 p.m. Sunday edition.
Oh,
Scotty,
boy.
are you going to be on?
Well, we'll discuss after the show ends over here.
Yeah. Is Shorts Guy on?
I have no idea.
Do we need to pull from the emergency broadcaster pool?
Might be an archive special tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Maybe it's a special re-airing of Devils After Dark tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Oh man!
Oh yeah. We're no. Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition. We're heading out to Vancouver right after
Vancouver. Yeah. Oh man, but that does remind me. We do have a nice Western Canada swing. I say nice for me, bad for you guys, because it will truly be Devils After Dark. It's just going to be normal evening hours for me out here on the West Coast. But yeah, it will be a true Devils After Dark. 1 a.m. start time. We'll see if Samu is just like falling asleep like during the show, as it's going on over here.
I may have to do a one shot. While you do the Happy Devils recap.
Sam's gonna have that 5-hour energy just lined up there, at the
all wired up. I'll be in the hotel room doing a John Marino call, and the emergence of Andre Johnson back in the lineup.
Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully we're saying Alexander Holtz is back in the lineup. We'll see how that goes. But like we talked about, Jesper Boquist today, with the team really having a strong game, that third line was kind of absent. Dawson Mercer did have a couple good opportunities. And wait, did they get an assist? Did Mercer get an assist today? He did, right? Him and Hall each got one.
I don't know. Did I get an assist?
Oh, yeah, I got an assist today. It was during the power play.
Can I get a beer?
I get some beer now. Can you buy me? Oh, wait, I just turned 21. I can buy beer. Anyone want any? I'll go to the liquor store. I'll buy it because I can do that now.
We'll never get Dawson Mercer on this podcast ever.
It'd be hilarious if he came on and he just like pretended to talk in a voice like that the entire time, And
the whole time he's been listening to the podcast.
The whole time me and Sam are just really uncomfortable, no, but that's right. They did on the power play. They got the Siegenthaler's goal was a rebound from a nice setup from Eric Holla. He did that kind of like fake shot kind of pass thing right there to Mercer, who was in the middle, and he tipped it on there. So Sharon Govich was, actually he had a couple. Now that I'm looking back, he was kind of quiet, but he had one or two opportunities. But Mercer had a decent game, but Boquist was kind of just really not really there. I don't know. I got to look and see how much ice time he got. I'm sure it's not a lot. But he didn't really, like when we said like when Fabian Zetterlund is on the ice, like he just somehow he finds the puck all the time. Like he's just always there. He's always involved in the play. I don't even know how many shots he took today. He was probably like 10 shots. So he's always just in there. And I don't know, Boquist he's been around for a number of years now. And he's got a really cool name, I'll tell you that. But other than that, he sounds like he should be a really good hockey player, just with his name. But for some reason, it just hasn't seemed to click for him at the NHL level. And he's mostly been kind of like a little absentee when he's out there on the ice. I don't know if he's just still trying to feel his way out, if he needs more. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's been a number of years, and he's had quite the few amount of shots because he can play defense, but there just hasn't been any offensive upside coming from him. And all these last recent ones. So I'd like to see, for me personally, I'd like to see Holtz in there just because I think Holtz's upside is a lot bigger. We know the rocket slap shot. We know what he can bring on that power play too. If you put him out there on that, if you get him open on one of those wings, which the Devils have been, whatever Sarge and Brunette have got going on there in the game planning for that power play, whoo! They have been putting some nasty shots on net. So I would love to see Holtz get a chance to unleash that rocket that he's got. Hopefully in one of these next games. Like we said, why not platoon some guys a little bit, especially down there on that third line. I've been on Tatar all season, but if he continues to struggle, he got an assist today. So I guess he's got, 3 points? He'll have like 3 points. He's got one more game after 10 games. 3 points. For $4 million, whatever we're paying him.
We could use that space for next year to pay Brad.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But
he's a placeholder right now. He's a placeholder.
I'm just saying to see that, that or have Holtz, on the bench. I don't know. For me, I'd just rather see Holtz in there, but whatever. It is what it is now. He does hustle, so I got to say that. And he's got 9 hits on the season. He's got a hell of a lot of ice time, so you would just think it would be a little bit more, but I'm gonna give the bad, but I'm also gonna give the good. Is he hustles? He's a good locker room guy, and like I said, he does have 9 hits on the season for a team that doesn't really hit very much at all. So while the points haven't been there, he has been a good leader and stuff.
Yeah,
I just want to see Holtz in that shot. So, but either way, we're gonna find out what happens Tuesday. There'll be more Game Day Live with Vinny and Sam doing some more score predictions. You versus Woo, brought to you by BetStamp.app. And then, of course, we'll be back for a true Devils After Dark edition in the early morning hours of Wednesday. It'll still be Tuesday for you, but it will be Wednesday, crossing over into the midnight and 1 a.m. hour. Into the witching hours on Tuesday. Oh, wait, that's not Halloween. That's the first. Halloween is Monday. Ah, damn it. Whatever.
That's the same difference.
So, yeah. But we'll have a nice Western Canada swing. So I'll see you guys on my time zones coming up this week for the Canucks. Hello to Quinn, the Flames, and the Mighty Oilers. Where we said it's going to be speed versus speed. How the Devils react to a team that's just as fast as they are. We're going to find out.
Yeah. A couple things to know in the game before we get out of here. Ryan Novozinski tweeted out, Lindy Ruff said that win was for Dano. And also Christie from the Hockey Writers tweeted out that they held Johnny Gaudreau to 1 shot all game. All game. So, tells you
Johnny
the Devils.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Johnny what?
Exactly. So, also, scheduling note, we'll try to figure out what's going on with the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. see if it's may turn into a Woo report.
Well, we have covered a lot of it here, I would say.
Yeah. All right, so we'll figure that part out. Want to thank all those listening, watching on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, all over social media. Some people are already apologizing to me for my Lindy Ruff comments 3 weeks ago and talent on this team, and I appreciate that. People are very happy right now. People are having a lot of fun at the games. Maybe I should apologize to Mr. Blitzer for...
No, because you really should be thanking Coach McGill for actually playing defense.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Being able to actually have a defense that works in this type of system, which is just...
It just took a couple games to implement. Also, November 12th, American Whiskey. Be there or be square. We're going to have a tweet up. Our Twitter account's at Let's Go Devils Pod. We're going to have a meetup, tweet up. Brat Pack's going to be there. It's going to be a Jesper Bratt themed night. Okay. Come out to American Whiskey. Check it out. We may have some bratwurst from Johnsonville sausages or whatever. But yeah, we're planning something. Come out for Saturday night.
Maybe we get some drinks at American Whiskey. One costs $6, the other costs $3. Maybe we get something like that.
Or a Brat Pack dinner special. 2 entrees.
$63?
And a bucket of beers. I don't know.
I like the $6 and $3 drinks.
Yeah. That makes more sense. We'll talk it over after the podcast. But we're organizing something there. We'll start at 4 p.m. Eastern for the Devils take on the Arizona Coyotes. Thank you all.
How much is a draft of beer in Jersey these days? I don't want to tell you how much it is in LA. It's ridiculous.
Is it?
It's more. Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit off air about that stuff.
Okay. Sorry, I was just thinking there out loud. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see here. We're gonna hit the music.
My gummy must be kicking in.
Be sure to tip your bartenders. Thank you, Peyton, Mariah, Frank the Tank, Cheech,
everybody at American
Casey,
Whiskey.
Aaron, Tony the DJ.
Judge?
No. Maybe we'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. I don't know. Dropping the podcast in 20 minutes. Till next time, let's go Devils.